Hey guys, child, that mess was crazy. Now she know better than that. Hey guys, it's your girl ALICIA Shantel, and I'm back with a review of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 3. Okay, I'm kind of liking this season. You know, Nene's back. Okay, Nene's back, and there's gonna be some trouble. Because I don't remember seeing her in the last two episodes, but they've been preparing us that it's about to be pop, 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 popping. So Nene's back. You got Kenya, you got everybody, and I'm really liking what Kenya is serving this season. You know, so far it seems like it's genuine and it's transparent, you know. And I think going through, you know, this little marital crisis that she's going through, she thought this would give her the life that she wanted, and now that she finally has it, she's realizing that it ain't so easy. And I think it makes her look humble and human. So although I hate that she's going through what she's going through, because we've all been kind of rooting for Kenya to, you know, have the baby and find love and, you know, have it without drama, that, you know, all in all, you know, she's really showing a true part of herself, and truth looks good on Kenya. And that's for sure. So we have Nene and Greg. They're upstairs in their house. Nene's in glam, hair and makeup. You know, Greg walks in the room and he was like, "You look gorgeous." And I thought that was cute. But if y'all didn't know, Greg is officially cancer free. Go ahead, give him a hand clap. All right, all right. But he admits, you know, through talking to her, that although, you know, he was fighting for his life last year, you know, battling, I believe it was stage 3 or 4 cancer, that he was also fighting for his marriage at the same time. And Nene admits, you know, getting emotional, that, you know, she wasn't the best caretaker. It's just not her best attribute. But she's been talking to a spiritual advisor, and she's letting go and she's letting flow, and she's realizing that supporting him was more rough on her than she knew. And, you know, that's oftentimes, I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with someone in cancer and with cancer, and if so, you know, my heart goes out to you, because being a caretaker is a lot of responsibility, and you sometimes through being a caretaker you realize a lot of your strengths and weaknesses, and it's easy to be there for somebody when it's just casual, you know. Oh, you need a few $4-5, you low on money, okay, I got you. Or you know, you need this, you need me to pick up stuff from the store for you, oh, I got you. But when somebody is at their lowest and you see them at their weakest point, you know, sometimes it's hard for you to look at that. So people, you know, run and they stray, especially if Greg has always been her provider and her hero, so to speak, because he got up out that strip club and all of that. Sometimes it's hard to see the person that you saw as strong and immortal in a way, you know, weakened by something. So, you know, my hat goes out to Nene. She tried her best, and, you know, I can't judge her for that. But she tells him, you know, I reached out to Cynthia, you know, but she didn't respond. And Greg was like, look, you got to own your part in it. You know, you can't control Cynthia, you know, you can't, you know, change the fact that she's hurt by whatever y'all went through. You just have to own the part that you played, and that's the only part you can fix. And then he had the nerve to say that, I know I was petty, but, you know, I'm in a new headspace now. Okay, I'm like, okay. What, she's supposed to not be hurt? Okay. Nene has walked all over Cynthia these last couple of seasons, and I mean, I feel like Cynthia was a punching bag at times. She was a pawn at times. She was a puppet at times. And I mean, she's tired of it. And when a woman's fed up, honey, there is nothing that you can do about it. That goes for friendship or relationship or partnership, as far as business or whatever it is. When a woman's fed up, hey, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Sing it with me, y'all. Hey, what a woman's fed up. Then it's too late to talk about it. Cynthia said, I got no words for you. And I don't blame her. Narcissists always want you to come back after they done something to you. They over it. They done moved on, but they don't want to get you the same space and time to grow too. And Nene's definitely a self-centered person, you know. I don't know if it's a front or what, but she does seem to forget all that she takes people through, especially when she's going through. Y'all remember that season when she was going through that voice with Greg? Honey, that child was nasty. Nasty. Okay, but they go downstairs. They're having, you see all the camera people there. They're all set up and they're sitting down. And Nene looks gorgeous. I love what Nene has on this episode. She looks really good, don't she? She looks good, okay? And Nene can dress. She be killing it, okay? She looks good. I would consider her one of the best dressed out of the girls. She really looks good. You know, Marlo be slaying, so we not even gonna put her in the category. Marlo can dress her tail off, but Nene is a fashionista in her own right. So they're down there in the interview. They're talking. You know, they asked them, you know, what was one of the hardest things that, you know, that cancer brought into their life. And you see Greg tear up, and it kind of made me tear up a little bit, you know. But you see Greg tear up, and he's like, you know, it almost destroyed us. And it's odd, or I'll say funny, and I mean in the ironic way, that he is literally, death is knocking on his door, but all he can really remember is how it almost severed the relationships that he held dear, you know. And that's rough. That's really rough to deal with. But when they asked her what's the worst part for her, this is what she said.
Most challenging times, I felt like I just didn't have anybody.
I was like,
we weren't sleeping in the
dang, Nene. I mean, she spoke her truth, but dang, selfish much. I guess the moral of the whole story is Greg ain't got cancer. That's all good and everything, but woo, that Nene, she is a rough customer. Okay, so later in the episode, you see, you know, Nene in New York. She's getting ready for Pride, you know, World Pride Day. You know, everybody out there is packed. You know, all the folks that came out. There's a lot of glitter and rainbows and colors and stilettos and boobs and eyebrows and blush. It's just a lot, honey. The folks is out by the thousands. Okay, the folks is out. And Marlo comes in there to, you know, encourage her to be, you know, a good person. She said, look, the girls gonna be here, you know, they gonna be here. They go, you know, I need you to go out there. I need you to act like you got some sense, okay? Don't let the folk let you know, that they done got up under your skin, because we all got to be on the same Bravo float. So come on, don't embarrass me now, okay? She said, don't embarrass me. And then Nene was like, look, I've been talking to my spiritual advisor, okay? And I was like, Nene, who is your spiritual advisor? Satan? Okay, because, baby, you ain't changed a lick judging by that interview that you did of Cynthia, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later, okay? But she said Cynthia done did 7 interviews, okay, and been talking mess about her this whole time, okay? And she, you know, she don't know why she doing that, okay? But I'm like, Cynthia, you know, she's speaking her truth, and that Cynthia's right. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically what Cynthia said.
You have seen, since we have been friends as me, can be nothing but completely loyal and a great friend to this woman for years. This is not a healthy person for me to be around.
I don't see any lies, okay? I don't see not one lie.
Mayday, sacred locks, come in. Mayday, sacred locks, come in.
Okay, so now you have Kenya. She's at home, milling about. She got the baby. Ain't that baby just the cutest little baby? That baby is cute. It looks like a little Who baby from Whoville. You know what I'm saying? That is just a cute, like a little cute as a button. That baby is cute, okay? And both of her parents are gorgeous too. So, you know, it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt that she has little, you know, cute parents. But so Kenya's, you know, she's being a good wife. You know, she got that on lock. She's like, okay, she got being a mom on lock. You know, she got a baby and everything. She's like, but the girlfriend, you know, with the feelings that you get, that's been a little lackluster lately. She trying to get that part back, to be more than just the mother to his children. She wants to be his wife too, you know. But her cousin walks in the door. I've never seen her cousin before. I don't know if she was in a previous season or something. I just didn't see her. But her cousin walks in the door. You know, she's like, hey girl. She's like, hey girl. Okay, she go over there to her baby. You know how the babies be in them high chairs, and they got the little table around it, little table pot. Well, she try to pick up little Brooklyn without unbuckling the thing, baby. Can you say, oh, no. Put my baby down there before I had to slap up on you. Put my baby down before I had to slap up on you. Okay? Kenya said, this is the only one I got, and you ain't gonna mess this up for me. Okay? This is the only one I got. Put my baby down. Okay? Kenya ran over there quick, faster than her. She said, look, Heifer, you better look but don't touch. She got that tail together real quick. Okay? Kenya looked like she one of them parents that's like, my baby not going nowhere. Not staying at your house, okay? You're not feeding me your baby your neck bones and chitlins. Just don't touch my baby. Just look at the baby. Don't say nothing to the baby, okay? She look like she is really overprotective, but I don't blame her. She said she waited until she was 47 years old. I didn't know she was that old, actually. I didn't know she was that old when she had the baby, or she was at that age. I don't want to say old, you know, because 47 is not really old, but I didn't know she was at that age when she had that baby. So she said she worked hard to get her. That's the only one she got, and you ain't finna come mess it up for her, okay? All right, because her and her husband hanging on by a thread. So she got to hold on to what she got of him, okay? So later on, well, her cousin asked her, she says, like, when is he coming home? You know? And Kenya was like, well, he may be coming up, this weekend, maybe, he's usually here every 7 to 10 days, but it's really no romantic time. He's really only worried about the baby all the time. And I'm not really getting no loving, and this puss is well overdue for attention. Okay. So, but in reality, she do get choked up, by it when her cousin says, next time, maybe when he's home, I'll watch her. She said, yeah, I want some loving, but no, thank you. You can't even unbuckle my baby, in peace. You want to pull her out and rip her legs off. The baby head still wiggling around. You got to be careful with the baby. So later in the episode, Marc finally comes home, baby, and Kenya is in that kitchen. She blasting soon as I get home. Oh, she got her little thing on. I wake it up to you. Baby, I'll do what I gotta do. Baby, she is cooking. Baby, she doing what she got to do. She said, cause she go sauce up some romance up in here. He come up in there. He like, what's going on up in here? Okay, what's going on? He got the baby in his hand, She like, oh, I'm cooking breakfast for you. Especially, want to see if we got some eggs or whatever. He was like, you ain't got no eggs in there. It's like a college dorm refrigerator. I said, my baby Kenya be using Uber Eats. She ain't got time to be cooking, but she gonna cook for that husband, okay? So she scrounge up a breakfast. She makes some pancakes, she got a little turkey bacon. I think she got some little strawberries on the side or whatever. And they sit down, and they talking. And she's like, listen, you ever thought about bringing Soko? I believe Soko is his restaurant in New York. She's like, do you ever think about bringing Soko down here to ATL? Todd and everybody, Todd can help you out. They say that, it would do really, really well here, and I believe it would. And he like, well, we'll see. It don't seem like her husband having that. And that kind of strikes me as odd that they are so newly married. It's been 2 years, if that he don't want to be home with her. It's 7 to 10 days. Now, y'all know, okay, all my people who's out there in a relationship, whether it's whatever, but folk have sex cycles, okay? And everybody's not hypersexual, but folk generally have sex cycles. In 10 days, without wanting to put your hands on your spouse or your loved one, is a little long, okay? Now, I ain't busting it wide open every day, but 10 days is a little long. So, yeah. He got me looking at him with a little side eye. Yeah, I got my eye on you, because he been in the blogs for cheating. But you can't read everything. You can't believe everything you read. So we just going to go ahead and say he just really putting all his all into his business, okay? But I'm going to put that with an allegedly. He putting this all into his business, allegedly, okay? But they hold hands, and they pray. And, this part really, touched my heartstrings a little bit, okay? Because Kenya's praying and she leads prayer and they're holding hands with the baby. And I see the baby looking at her, and that baby just love her mama. You can see. And when Kenya's praying, she gets choked up when she says, help us to love each other and different things like that. And I said, oh, Kenya, I be wanting to not like you sometimes, but I feel bad for you. I can't even be mad at you in peace, girl. I'm saying. I wanted it to work out for her, though. I hope they get it together. I really hope they do. Because she been feeling, even then, I'm going to show y'all this clip, because even in her confessional, when she talked about it, she did a deep swallow. That's when you know it's real, when it's like, go.
And I know that's important to a relationship.
Oh, look at her. She did a deep one. She felt that all up in here. Pumping. Okay, so you have Portia and Tanya. Okay, they're at Tanya's house. Portia comes over, and Portia admits that Tanya was a pass-around friend at first. She was Nene friend, then she was Eva friend, then she was Kandi friend. She said, but now they are friends, honey. They are BFFs. And I've actually seen Tanya and Portia on each other's pages, and they actually had Eva with them too, and it seems like their spouses all get along. We know from everything that's in the blogs that Eva's man is Dennis's lawyer, you know, but Tanya's man is also really close with Dennis too, so it helps that their men are close, because then they can double date and they can always be together and everything, and it seems like the friendship is very genuine. Portia admits that she needs some of Tanya's energy, and Tanya is a really good, like, she's a ray of light. She's always happy, and when she was first up here, it kind of got on my nerves, but I realized that she stays grounded to who she is. She's excited, she's bubbly, and she's not a sucker. She's not a vampire. She goes in, she tries to make the environment better, so I can't really be mad at her for that. You know, she could be getting a little annoying. You might have to put a muzzle on her, but other than that, you know, she seems like a pretty good person. But Portia admits that, you know, she needed some of that energy. You know, she's been having some good days and some bad days. And Tanya's like, what's the tea? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't want to read, you know, or believe what's in the blogs. Like, you know, tell me. And she's like, well, you know, at the end of the day, every day is a challenge. You know, she has good days, she has some bad days, you know, but she basically says that Dennis said that Portia wasn't emotionally available during the time that he did what he had to do. Now, ain't that about a B? You mean to tell me you felt that in our short window, because we done conceive real short, okay? We done conceive real short. In our short window of being together, that I wasn't emotionally available, so you thought it was wise of you to step out and go cheat. Boy, stop it. Okay, but Portia then pulled up her receipts. Okay, and her receipts said, no. Okay, we were at the movies up here. We went to the movies here. Oh, and here, oh, we were lovey-dovey. We were holding hands and kissing and everything. Okay, and right about here, right about right here. Oh, we were doing real good. We couldn't have been more in love and more present. So what you talking about? Okay, what's up? Okay, and I appreciate that about Portia, because she's not just taking ownership of something that she did, that she didn't do. She's not blaming herself for the relationship, and I'm pretty sure that everybody goes through that, where it's like, dang, what do I do? Or what could I have done different to make him be faithful, or to make him, you know, not stray? But at the end of the day, she realized that it ain't had nothing to do with her. You can't tell me that we wanted love, okay? Because I was giving my all to you. And she said, like, she had a guard up so much when they first got together, that the fact that she let it down and she fell freely, she's more hurt than she's ever been in any relationship. And I can honestly see that this is hurting her, because she tears up when she's talking about it. You know, she cries, and you can see that she's hurt, because she done had a baby for this man, you know, and she thought that this was her happily ever after. And it's nothing like thinking that you are so happy and you lifting this man up on a pedestal and he dropped that ass. Ain't nothing like that. And that pain is a rough pain. And she said she gonna go talk to the doctor and everything and to see, but she ain't ready. She not right now. She ain't ready to forgive him. Okay? She realized that she needs some healing done from her heart, and she gonna take her time, because she still enjoy cussing that tail out for what he doing. And don't stop cussing him out. Don't let him get comfortable, Portia. Now, y'all know by her Instagram that they back together and they done rekindled it, but you better put your good eye on him. Okay? That good. So Eva and Cynthia are in the car together. Cynthia's taking Eva to look, you know, for houses, because you know that Eva is now expecting. So currently they're living in a 2-bedroom condo, because they had to move last year when Nene found out where she stayed. You know, she's been going through some domestic things and she's afraid, you know. So she calls him her donor, but her baby daddy, who is Kevin McCall, you know, be acting, you know, 2 shades of crazy. And I know y'all saw him at that courthouse there getting tackled by them security guards and stuff. And so clearly he ain't operating on a full tank. So we're not going to talk about mental illness, because I'm not a therapist and I'm not trying to diagnose anybody. But he looks like he would be a rough customer to deal with, okay? he a little unstable, and you can tell whether it's mental illness or drug use or whatever. It's something, and I don't blame her for being a little afraid to deal with somebody like him. I mean, even his eyes look devoid or void of any. I said devoid. What is that? Even his eyes look void of you see what I'm saying? It looked like, you know, people calling out hello, but ain't nobody up in there. Okay, and that scares me. Okay, because if you ain't got nothing up in here, I feel like you ain't got nothing up in here. Okay, and if you ain't got nothing up in here, then you ain't got nothing up in here. Okay, so you ain't gonna care about me. Okay, so I don't blame her for going, you know, through extreme measures to move around. And you know the controversy surrounding where she lived at last year and all that. And in her little opening, she does say that she's not going to live above her means. And I don't blame her for that. I think Eva came from the struggle. You know, you can tell that she probably had a little bit of a life, you know, ahead of her, or a little bit of life behind her, so she's lived through some things. So she's not trying to go back there by being broke, so she don't have anybody to impress. She's not about to be buying all these big houses and stuff. Her husband is a lawyer, and I think he does pretty well for himself, but they don't have nothing to prove to anybody. And Eva looks like a minimalist anyway, by the way she dressed and different things like that. So, you know, she just wants to look for something nice and something bigger than this 2-bedroom apartment that they have, you know, with the new bundle of joy coming that will put 3 kids, and with her husband is 5 people, and she just needs more space. So they pull up to a house that's cute enough. It's really cute. It looks way better on the inside than it does on the outside. I'm not one for siding personally, but, you know, it's a cute home. And inside is 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5 en-suite bathrooms. So that's dope. Every room has a bathroom, and that's really good. So now her son and her daughter, you know, won't have to use the same bathroom. That would save a lot of arguments over the years, okay? But they're looking at the house. She's like, oh, I like it. I kind of want to see. I don't really know, you know, whatever have you. And of course, she's not going to make a decision without her husband anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure this is just for, you know, filming, that she's probably really looking for houses, but, you know, she's going to go back with her husband, or either she's already seen the house with her husband. But the real estate agent is like, hold on, I'm going to give you guys some time to talk. Okay, so they sit down, and they admit, Eva says she's mad that she didn't give Cynthia a better chance in the beginning. You know, she kind of gave her a hard time. They went back and forth with each other and all of that. But at the end of the day, they've really become friends. In fact, Cynthia's name is Mother with a V in her phone, and they look like they are friends. So it looks nice, okay? But they sit and talk about together. They sit and talk about who's supposed to be their friend and who's not. So, you know, if you guys don't know, her and Portia are going through a little something, and of course you know that Nene and Cynthia are going through a little something. But Cynthia's like, you know, I'm tired of Nene. She never ever apologizes for the stuff that she does, you know. And Eva's like, well, how are you gonna be with her being at Pride? And Cynthia's like, okay, well, I mean, I seen her before. I actually saw her at the Kentucky Derby, you know, and we were nice enough, but she really just wants to enjoy Pride for Noel, and she's not gonna let anybody or anything take that away from her. So whether Nene's there or not, you know, she's gonna act cordial, and she's not gonna step outside herself. But she, you know, she kind of feels indifferent about it. She was like, Nene text her or whatever, so and from the stuff of what she said, this is actually what Nene said.
Trying to clear your name.
She was like, she blocked her, and I don't blame her. You're not gonna be wronging me and then come at me any kind of way, okay? And Nene has a habit of, you know, walking over people when she's going through something, like I said earlier. And Cynthia just said, not right now. Enough is enough. And she's choosing to be happy. And I do not blame her, because I would have blocked Nene's ass too. Okay? Blah, 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 blah. Block. Child, so this is the part that I want to tell y'all about. Okay? So when Eva and Cynthia are getting ready for WorldPride, they're in New York, you know what I'm saying, towards the latter end of the episode, they're getting dressed or whatever have you. You see Cynthia, she's looking cute. She has on a long pink dress. She has the cutout panels, you know, and she put on some cute little sneakers, so it's like glam meets street, you know, and she's looking cute. She has this big thing on her head, you know, that she's trying to figure out how to wear. She says she feel like she looks stupid, but, you know, Eva tell her like, no, you look cute, like you can wear it. It actually did work out well. You know, Noel's there. She's super excited about it. No, she said Noel's a part of the Rainbow Coalition, okay? She wearing rainbow this, rainbow rainbow earrings, rainbow eyeshadow. She got a little rainbow blush, baby. And she fit right into the crowd with all the blush, glitter, hair, and stilettos, and boobs, and all that, okay? And so then Eva, you know, when Eva's looking at her stuff, girl, Eva's stuff always look like it's from Forever 21. Now, I don't got nothing against Forever 21. This shirt right here came from Amazon, so I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. But it's just her stuff just always look like it came from Forever 21. But she's looking at her stuff. She's like, do I want to put on these shorts? Do I want to put on these shirts? No, I'm going to go ahead and put on this rainbow flag. So she ended up wearing like a little rainbow halter flag, tube halter thing, you know, whatever have you. But she gets a text, you know, when she getting dressed and she trying to look over and see how she gonna look, and she gets a text, and it's from Mother, aka Cynthia. And she like, girl, you better look at this. Look what somebody done sent me. Baby, that Nene did an interview that morning, honey. I think it's on the Morning Hustle radio station. She did an interview on the Morning Hustle, honey, baby. She was reading Cynthia for FILTH. And Cynthia was like, Cynthia said, I'm desperate. That wig desperate. I said, okay, mother. She ain't holding back, honey. She is not holding back this season. But if you want to know what Nene said, this is what she said.
Definitely weak. So you think she's just following along with the crowd? She just doing whatever she wants. She looks really
You won't hold it, no punches
There's a lot
either.
of stuff about her that's not cool.
Oh
She just
my
looks desperate to be this-
God.
But at the end of the day, they all get together. They're on the float. You know what I'm saying? They're on the float. You see Nene speaking. All sorts of people there. You got Giselle there. You got Reza Farrakhan there. You got Andy King, Andy Cohen there. Okay, you got all sorts of people there. And they look, they're having fun. There's a lot of people out there. And Nene's on the float with Andy, but she said, let me go over here and speak to somebody that I know. And of course, Nene is petty, so she goes over there and walks towards Cynthia, and Cynthia's standing on the side or whatever have you. She's standing on the side, and she looks past it. He was like, hey girl, you looking cute. And when you see Cynthia look, the scene cut off and the episode cut off, and I don't know whether Cynthia, y'all be the judge, did Cynthia look terrified, you know, hidden by a smile, or what was this? Because I feel like she looked terrified. I was like, run, child. Don't be afraid. Sometimes you got to run. I'd rather run to get my tail whooped any day, okay? I can live to run. But Nene looked like she got a hand or two. I don't know, by the way she pulled that, she ripped that shirt off that cameraman last season, I would be nervous too, okay? Because them mesh panels don't look like they're going to hold up through too much tugging. Lastly, you have Kandi and Todd. You know, they're meeting for lunch, and they're like, oh, this is a lunch day. It's like we young again. They're eating together. I don't know if they're at OLG or where they at, but they're eating, and, you know, they're talking, and Kandi has a peculiar, the way she eats her food. But they're sitting there talking, and they're talking about the baby, and Candy's like, you know, it just feels weird. Candy's having a hard time, like, really. I guess it would feel weird because the connection, a lot of the connection in the baby comes from when it's in utero, you know, and, you know, the baby's outside of her, so the connection is an effort, you know. She said, but, oh, I forgot to call the surrogate anyway. And Todd looking at her like, and I'm like, Todd, did you call the surrogate? I mean, I guess it would be kind of weird for him to call the surrogate, but, you know, because I done seen that movie where the surrogate and the husband get real, you know, what is it called? Not My Baby, or whatever that movie is with I think it was Taraji P. Henson or somebody in it, and it, you know, the baby and the lady see the baby. I done seen that, so I guess it would be a little weird for him to call her, but he like, look, you need to figure out what you got to do as a sero, a person that's having a sero baby, okay? You need to read a manual or something. And Kandi was like, she's like, I know this Negro ain't telling me how to be no parent when he all up and throughout the strip club with Kayla drinking and taking her to see strippers for her birthday. He like, look, don't worry about what I'm doing with my daughter. I don't see nothing wrong with it, okay? Me and my baby gonna be okay. And she was like, speaking of Kayla, we need room for this baby, so I don't want to put her out, but she is kind of grown. I said, God, dog, Kandi. I try not to believe everything you see in the blogs, but the blogs do be going in on Kandi about how Kayla never up there or whatever. And Kandi, by way of who her mother is, do seem like she would be a little shady towards the girl. Like she ain't the best stepmom, but I don't want to put that on her. I don't know, but it does seem strange. You can't judge a book by its cover for sure, but he like, nah, Kayla, she said she want to go back to New York. She want to follow her dream. I believe she wants to be in art or fashion or something. She said she's gonna turn her car in and she's gonna go back to New York, and so, no worries, the baby can have her own, and that's it. Okay, guys, that's it. And the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12 episode 3, and all in all, I think it was a pretty good episode. I mean, I really live for Cynthia standing up for herself, honey. I lives for it, and I'm glad that she finally, getting some bark, because she has been taken advantage of season after season. So I'm really living for that. Okay, I'm not a fan of Eva. I've never been a fan of Eva. I think she's a beautiful, beautiful girl. You know what I'm saying? I kind of love her bohemian style sometimes, but I feel like she could be a little bit catty, and it has showed every episode of every show she's ever been on since she became Eva Marcel, But I'm living for it, and I'm loving the way Marlo is this season. I think she's been a little bit humbled by the situation that she has going on with her sister that she took, in her nephews, and she's a muntie now, like she said last episode, she's a mom auntie, and so that has really brought things around full circle for her. So I'm really loving the positivity she's given this season. She doesn't seem to be, catty Marlo, this season, but child. So join me here every Monday for Real Housewives of Atlanta review. See you guys later. Hey guys. Child, that mess was crazy. Now she know better than that.